Yo guys, and welcome back to this new stream here on the channel. Excuse me. But yo guys, welcome back to this new stream here on the channel, and on today's stream we're going to discuss the Bitcoin price action. Of course, we're going to go over the whole cryptocurrency industry because yes guys, what we are right now seeing is pretty interesting because right now, on the beginning of the stream here, we can see the Bitcoin dominance is falling. So once again, we proved our point yesterday that as soon as Bitcoin is going to start increasing in the beginning phase, it's going to hurt the altcoins. But right now, Bitcoin is going sideways, just like we want to be seeing here for the altcoins to grow. And currently, because Bitcoin is of course kicking in this sideways consolidation phase, of course, on the 55,000 US dollars, what is of course an absolutely crazy number where we're right now trading on, of course, because if we're looking just at then 2 weeks ago, we were still trading. 1 week ago, we were still trading on 43,000 US dollars. So things moved up very quickly in the past week here. But on today's stream, we're first of all going to start off with doing our analysis on Bitcoin. We are going to give you guys exactly the thoughts what Bitcoin is most likely going to be doing here on the immediate short term. And of course, afterwards, we are going to go over your favorite altcoin projects. And of course, I do think that coins like Cardano, Ethereum really need some attention because yeah, I do think it's right now important to discuss them ever so slightly today here. So yeah, guys, if this sounds interesting for you, make sure to stick till the end of the stream. And let me start off with going over the 30-minute time frame. After that, we'll be going over the 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, daily, weekly time from Bitcoin. So quite a lot of things to discuss here. So what are we right now seeing first of all here on the 30-minute time frame? So let's start off with lower time frames, and on the lower time frame, I personally think that we are starting to see some kind of an upward sloping support line. So you can see support getting found, support getting found, support getting found. So it looks like that Bitcoin is finding this level very important to hold on towards. So if Bitcoin is going to be retesting this level, this is going to be a very good demand zone for a lot of people where they would be looking to be accumulating. So then right away afterwards, you can see that Bitcoin is currently as well forming some kind of a resistance line here on the top side. So support and resistance coming together, maybe signifying that Bitcoin could be creating a new move here once it is going to be reaching its apex of this chart over here. So support getting reached there, downward slope resist line getting reached there, and this could be maybe resulting in, of course, an apex getting reached. And usually once these support and resist lines coming together, Bitcoin tends to choose a direction either towards the upside or downside. So make sure to keep your eyes out on this symmetrical triangle right now here, because this symmetrical triangle will be signifying you where Bitcoin is heading towards next. So it is going to be an important pattern to pay your attention towards. Then right away afterwards, what are the price targets? If we're going to see a break towards the upside, we could be seeing a surge back towards the 56,000 US dollars. And if we're going to see a potential breakdown here, we could be seeing a potential pullback towards the 53,000 US dollars. So of course, approximately, if I'm going to measure this, this is going to be a move of an, let me see, an approximately 2.5% towards the upside, or of course, a 2.5% move towards the downside. So make sure that you're going to keep your eyes out here on the channel right now here. On today's stream, I would love to see a breakout of this pattern, and I will be keeping you guys informed about what we will be seeing in terms if we're going to see a breakout, of course. So then right away, moving into the towards the 1 hourly candles, you can see right now, yesterday on the stream, we of course discussed this important symmetrical triangle over here. We were forming this upward sloping support line, downward slope resist line. This one broke out, and of course right away in the second 1 hourly candle reached this price target. Then after that, it even moved up further. So that was absolutely beautiful to see here. And guys, by the way, on this candle over here, it looks to be that there are some freaking big whales here right now buying up the market. So it looks to be, of course, in the tweet someone is saying here, someone bought 1.6 billion US dollars in Bitcoin in a market order. That's pretty important. Market order in just 5 minutes. Short liquidation seems relatively small, only 17 million. So it was definitely not a cascade of a liquidation buy or whatsoever. It was just an accumulation buy, and you can see over here major spike here in volume. And yeah, they were buying. They were buying. The whales are buying. They are not stupid. They are buying up the market, and that's of course resulting in this big green candle over here as well here. So yeah, a lot of people were getting greedy, stepping in towards the market. If we're looking to some important 1 hourly levels here, yeah, you can see maybe potential this resistance, but of course we already approached that one on the 30-minute time frame. If we're looking to horizontal support, you can see over here we are right now trading on the support box over here, what looks to be so far holding on very well here. So We'll be keeping my eyes out on this level. As soon as we're going to, let's say, fail to hold on towards the level and maybe see a 1 hourly candle close below it, we could be potentially see some more downwards pressure coming in towards the market. But for sure, maybe we could be as well aim for some kind of a parallel channel over here, or maybe some kind of a falling wedge scenario. So yeah, definitely a lot of interesting things right now to play out here. But for me, my main scenario will be based off the 30-minute time frame right now here. Then, as well, what are we seeing here on the 4-hourly candles? Of course, 4-hourly candles are important candles to look at. 4-hourly candles are important because right now, first of all, we clearly already gave you the signal, okay? We were here in a downtrend. We were forming this lower high trajectory. And we were forming lower high, lower high, lower high. And as soon as we formed this high, I was already flipped extremely bullish to you guys out there. I mean, I was already bullish over here because this was the time to be greedy. But as soon as we were seeing this high getting generated over here, I told everyone, we are right now in an uptrend and you want to be longing every single dip here. That was exactly what I said. So since then, we have been forming higher highs and higher lows all the way up here. And right now, it looks to be that we're in a pretty exponential and pretty parabolic phase here, like you can see. So this parabolic phase, I can tell you already, this parabolica is going to be ending anytime soon here. Maybe it has still some more steam for another few legs up here, but I can tell you already, the chances that Bitcoin is going to go for a cool-off period are only becoming more and more likely the higher we're going to go, of course. So make sure to keep that in consideration. Make sure to stay aware about that one. But what we also know right now here is since we broke through the barrier of the 52,000 US dollars, and since we even touched the 55.8K, I do think that the FOMO will be running up once again pretty high, and a lot of people will be interested in Bitcoin once again here. So pretty interesting to know here as well. We just took out the previous high over here in terms of the 4-hourly candles. So if we're really going to see a retracement, we have some very strong levels that we could be retracing towards. That is going to be opting and providing us very strong support right now for Bitcoin. So that is going to be important to know here. And you can see on this 4-hourly candle, we have been already seeing a minor rollover. But yeah, we tend to see these minor rollovers before creating a next leg up here, just like we did over here. We turned this minor rollover over here and then we moved up. So don't be scared. We could be still create another significant leg up here. But if I'm purely looking to market structure, I know if the market is going to go parabolic, it tends to be, of course, ending and as well anytime soon here. And of course, is this parabolic going to end here? I just expect some sideways action or some consolidation for Bitcoin. I don't expect that Bitcoin is going to go towards way lower levels because there will be a lot of greed in the market right now here. And smart money is going to be buying the dip up over here right now here. So important to know. Then second of all, we discussed this yesterday. We were yesterday so overextended here on the 4-hourly RSI. We were standing 85 on the RSI index. This is, of course, like we were, of course, extremely oversold like we have been never before. Like we are almost never, of course, in September 2021, the 21st here. Of course, we told everyone, this is a good buying zone because we have not been so oversold for such a long time here. So has it been a good buying zone? Yes, it clearly has. So once again, we prove our point of course, on the things that we said on that date that we were so oversold. And right now, of course, we are exactly the opposite. We are so extremely overbought. And every single time that we have been so overbought, we tend to see, I'm not saying this is the end of the uptrend because I'm extremely bullish for Bitcoin in the coming days, guys. Don't get me wrong, because I'm still swing trading the market towards the upside as well here. I'm a huge bull and I'm anticipating higher prices, but what I do anticipate maybe in the immediate short term is that we could be similar market structure, that we're going to see some kind of a correction after such a big spike here towards the upside, and the 4-hourly candles going so overvalued. So every single time we went so overbought here on the 4-hourly candles, we tend to see at least sideways action or of course a minor cool-off period getting started. So what we could be expecting right now for the market here is either some sideways action, just sideways action for Bitcoin, or a minor cool-off period before once again moving up. But yeah, in the end of the day, I do think the trend will be moving up. But the real question is going to be, is it going to be already today once again, or are we going to see at least some sideways action before going to go for another leg up here? As well, guys, I put a poll in the chat here, and make sure to vote on this poll right now here, because the poll is right now asking you, is there going to be a new all-time high in October? That's the real big question that we want to be asking you guys right now here. So Currently, 79% of the people is saying yes. So it's pretty funny because I was very confident that we were going to set a new all-time high this year, of course, not October. But then it was, of course, only 20% that agreed with me. And right now, of course, already 80% of the people are saying, yes, we're going to go towards a new all-time high this year. So it's pretty interesting. Of course, usually a lot of people are attaching their emotions towards the market. And I definitely think we could be reaching a new all-time high. Maybe not necessarily October, but my predictions were that October could be reaching the levels around 60K. And of course, maybe potentially touch the all-time high but not break through it, and of course then we could be starting to go and see our cool off period, and on our cool off period a lot of people will be starting to panic once again, and that is the time to once again be buying, and that's of course the time that I'm looking forward towards. So yeah, for sure, I do agree that we could be potentially see a new all-time high getting generated here in this month here. So then as well, let me look on towards the next chart. And before going towards the altcoins, because I do think that altcoins are right now definitely coins to be discussing here, because altcoins are of course moving very quickly, and especially right now, I do think that there are a lot of opportunities here in these altcoins. So let me move on towards Bitcoin daily time frame before moving further in towards it. So if we're looking to the daily chart here, Bitcoin is looking very healthy in my opinion. You can see higher low, higher low, higher high, higher high, higher high. We are in an uptrend. So we formed this higher low trajectory and higher high trajectory. So is Bitcoin looking bad? No, not at all. It is in an uptrend. It's moving up and it is forming higher highs and higher lows. And this is looking, of course, relatively bullish in my opinion. And even though a retracement from here on is never going to be bad here. So if we're going to get a retracement, don't be scared. Don't say the market is that we are having a bull trap or whatsoever. Make sure to use your mind. And if we're going to get a pullback, make sure that you are starting to get greedy. So as well, we broke through this this high over here. What is, of course, for me, it was pretty important to break through. As well on the RSI, we broke through some critical levels. First of all, we set a higher high than the previous high on the RSI over here. So we're not forming any bearish divergence. And that was, of course, a very important thing for me to see here. Then second of all, we broke through this downtrend here on the RSI. That is also important that we broke through it. And this is, of course, resulting and letting Bitcoin, yeah, of course, give the opportunity to grow even further on from here on. And then, just like I told you a moment ago, a higher high than this high is bullish because this was a critical level of resistance. And you can see in the past, it provided very strong support over here, very strong supports, very strong resistance, very strong resistance. And right now, this level is once again flipping us into support. So if we're going to see a retracement, I do expect this level to hold on very well. And of course, this level is previous resistance. And what we tend to see in the Bitcoin price action is that previous resistance tends to flip into support if you're going to retest it. So that is a relatively good thing here as well. Since breaking out of the falling wedge, guys, make sure to keep your eyes out here on the channel, because we warned you guys for this falling wedge. First of all, we have been reaching our price target. We know the falling wedge had a price target here of this 21% measured move towards the upside. Of course, I took it here with my long position here on Bitcoin, and right now I'm already 70,000 US dollars in profit. So yeah, it was a pretty crazy move that we made here. But then second of all, what I want to be saying here is that as well, these RSI trend lines are so important to look at. And you can see it once again, the moment that we broke through it, just the moment that we broke through this RSI downtrend was on this candle over here, was on this candle. And on this candle, I said to everyone, we are going to start a rally towards the upside. And you can maybe think, oh, you say this because this is right now happening. No, I did set this already on this candle while we were trading on this candle over here, because we were breaking out of the RSI downtrend. And you can see it once again on the channel, and that is the reason why it is so important, because I think historical price action for Bitcoin is very important. And you can see it's just like over here as well. On this candle, we broke out of the RSI downtrend. On this candle over here, I was bullish as well, because we broke out of the RSI downtrend, and you can see what happened afterwards. You can see as well, it's this candle that broke out of it. So I will be putting this blue line above it, and as well we have one over here. So over here we broke up out of side of it as well. So you can see these blue candles, every single time we break out of these downtrends, you can see on the RSI we make exponential moves towards the upside. And this was exactly the thing that I warned you guys for. This was exactly the thing that I said to you guys what we're most likely going to get. And we're once again having such an exponential move after breaking an RSI downtrend. So for me, it's a very good thing to see here, because it's once again confirming my thoughts and confirming my technical analysis and my predictions on the market. So I'm very glad that we're once again seeing another confirmation of this theory. And I do think that, of course, in the future, this is going to be an extremely important tool to use for us to, of course, determine on whether we want to be, of course, extremely bullish in a downtrend, or want to be getting a little bit more careful and getting a little bit more cautious. So important to know here. And this is going to be a very important metrics here, the RSI trends, to of course use in the future as well to determine on whether we're going to either top out or whether we're either going to form a rejection, because every single time we got rejected, we reached as well over here top side of the RSI, just like we did over here, and we were not breaking through it. So yeah, we will be using this metrics on the channel in the future as well here to determine if the market is bullish or bearish. But right now we're looking bullish. Right now we're looking like we have enough room to grow for Bitcoin, so it is looking relatively good right here for the daily time frame. Then EMA ribbon for Bitcoin flipped as well once again into the green here. Not a lot of levels that we could be retracing towards right now, because those are pretty low right here, to be honest. Then I want to be looking at the VPVR for a second, guys, and give you guys a real quick update about this one, because the VPVR, guys, what we know, the VPVR is basically the volume profile range here, and this basically means here on how much volume is traded around these certain ranges. And on this range over here, most amount of volume was traded over here. So this will be the biggest buy order for Bitcoin. This will be the biggest buy zone for Bitcoin if we're ever going to see a retracement, okay? I don't think the chances are likely. I don't think it's likely at all. But what we know here is that, of course, we were trading against this low volume range and we right away crushed through it, right? Like you can see over here. So right now we're running into some more higher volume ranges. And of course, the higher volume range where I'm now talking about is going to be the 55 towards the 58K range that we have to be breaking. And this is going to be an important range to be breaking through. And you can see already, we did find some clear rejections above it. In my opinion, what Bitcoin needs to do right now here, and you can see I just put up this volume range, right? This volume box that we're right now trading against, and this is going to be this range over here is basically the most amount of volume traded for Bitcoin in this range, and this is going to be the level that we have to be breaking right now here. So if Bitcoin is going to be able to break through this level, I do think it's going to be game on. So basically, if we're going to be able to break through this red line on the top side, to make it a little bit more clear and give you as well a clear resistance target here on the daily time frame, and this level is going to be the 58.9K, I do think an all-time high is going to be imminent. So the next major task for Bitcoin is going to be breaking through this 58.9K level. So yeah, if we're going to be doing so, it's going to be game on. It's going to be extremely bullish for Bitcoin, and we could be absolutely sent this asset towards literally the 100K, maybe near the end of this year already. Of course, I do think the chances are relatively high that we're going to see 100K getting reached this year, because once again, you can see it. We just moved up approximately 36%, aka 15,000 US dollars in just a matter of 7 days. It's Bitcoin. It can do anything very quickly. So don't be the one that is going to fall for the FUD. So I can tell you already, the 58.9K is going to be the major level of resistance. Then let me quickly talk about the daily weekly time frame before going into your altcoin request here, guys. Because yes, I want to be going over a lot of altcoins today, because I do think that altcoins are right now the coins that you could be buying for very cheap and that you could be making still very good gains with. Even though right now, since yeah, I know already some altcoins have been already popping. But we will be talking about some very good projects right now live in the stream as well. So guys, in the meantime, don't forget to smash up the like button. I see we're right now watching with over 700 of you guys, but in the same time, we're only having 140 likes. So that will be truly amazing if we could be seeing, of course, this 200 likes getting reached here. So guys, don't forget to smash up the like button. Only 60 likes away from it. And of course, smashing up the like button does only take a few seconds. So some people say, does he only like options on Bitcoin? No. Does he only do like options? With leverage trading, with option trading, yes, I do only trade Bitcoin usually, but right now it's the time to look at altcoin trades as well here, because for everyone out there, I will be trading some more altcoins right now here because the market is flipping bullish. And if you're going to trade some altcoins right now, you could be catching some very significant moves here. So make sure to stick till the end of the stream here, because we're going to go over more altcoins in a moment. But first, let me go over Bitcoin. And thank you for smashing it up to 200 likes, by the way. So, is it too late to accumulate more here? I mean, this is a real question that I was already expecting, and I will be always saying no, it's never too late to buy Bitcoin, but you could have been buying way cheaper Bitcoin if you were just paying attention once the market was in fear, of course. So let me right now look in towards the weekly time frame, because yes, guys, I will be once again go over my bull market predictions. I will be going over my exact predictions where Bitcoin is heading towards in the coming, let's say, 4 months from here on, and where I do see Bitcoin potentially topping out at. So let me start off with going into the imminent short term. So Bitcoin, of course, first of all, finds very strong support on 0.236, like we discussed several times here on the channel. This weekly time frame is one of the most important time frames to look at, and this chart is one of the most important charts to look at. And what you can currently see here is that we're right now 3 days and 16 hours away before closing its weekly candle. So Bitcoin weekly candle is going to be extremely important. And I do want to be seeing this weekly candle close above the 0.382 here in this Fibonacci. Because if we're going to do so, we're first of all setting a higher high than this previous high over here. And second of all, we are breaking through this Fibonacci target. And for me, it's going to be important to break this Fibonacci target in order to continue the trend towards the upside. So as soon as we're going to be breaking through this Fibonacci, we could be, of course, once again, look at it and retrace towards it as support is going to be bullish, or just like we did over here, just close above it, right away retest, and after that move up once again. So that is going to be relatively bullish if we're going to be able to close this weekly candle above it. Then second of all, our next major resistance target for Bitcoin on the weekly time frame is going to be the level that got us rejected over here, and of course also rejected basically the weekly time frame over there. And this is going to be the 0.5 in the Fibonacci extension tool on the weekly time frame. So this 0.5 is going to be on the 59.1k here, and just like I told you already, here on the daily candles, the 58.9k. So basically the 59k here to take an average price is going to be the important level to not only break on the daily, but as well on the weekly. After that, we have this 0.618, the major resistance here for the Bitcoin chart as well. It's first of all not only the all-time high retest that we're getting, but as well it's going to be the retest of the 0.618 here in this Fibonacci chart. And this is going to be, of course, one of the most critical levels to be breaking here on Bitcoin. And especially, I do think if we're really going to see a new all-time high getting created here, I think the euphoria will be running up even further, and there are not a lot of people willing to sell here. So I do think that we're going to break it, but it's not going to be an easy job to break through it. So maybe we're going to see some retracements afterwards, before once again moving up here. But at the end of the day, I do think that we are going to see such kind of a structure like we are right now drawing in front of your screen. So important to know here, and I do think that we could be breaking through this level. But if you really want to be looking at my bull market target, where I will be taking major profits on Bitcoin at least in the coming 4 months here, because I do expect that we could be seeing a major pullback if we are going to reach the 1.618 in the Fibonacci. So if you're already familiar with technical analysis, you know that the 1.618 is the extension level that you want to be taking profits at, because the 1.61x is always going to be a major level of resistance. And for me this is going to be a target that I will be maybe taking, let's say, 20 to 30% out of my portfolio, because yes, I will be always hold quite a lot of Bitcoin in my portfolio, because yeah, why should I want to be holding dollars or whatsoever? But of course, with my profits I'm taking, I will be just trying to be buying back if we are going to see a market correction. So Ahmed donated to the channel. Thank you so much for your donation here. And you're saying October 64k, November 94k, December 135k. Mark my words. I mean, this sounds really like an Plan B prediction. So Ahmed, I'm looking forward towards where it could be heading towards for sure. The Percy, my prediction for December, or basically the top of this potential, the short-term top that we could be creating before once again moving up here. And I can tell you already, the 127,000 US dollars is going to be one of the most critical levels of resistance in Bitcoin, and I can tell you already, it's not going to be an easy job to break through this level. So yeah, that's the reason why I will be taking some partial profits around this range here. I do think that the weekly time frame could be seeing massive rejections from off this level. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel right now here if you want to be staying up to date with all these thoughts on real time if we're going to be trading on that level. Because yes, once everyone is bullish, I will be usually start to get bearish. Once everyone is bearish, I usually start to get bullish, because it has been proving myself to be the best strategy. Because everyone was bearish over here, I was bullish. Everyone was bearish over here, I was bullish. Everyone was bullish over here, I was bearish. And of course, as soon as we're going to reach the all-time high, maybe I will be starting to get short-term bearish and then flip bullish once again. So make sure to keep your eyes on the channel. I will be always give you guys some realistic thoughts, and as well a realistic price prediction for the bull run. And I do think that December, let's say 127,000 US dollars, is going to be realistic, and it's going to be a likely target to be reaching. So very similar to Plan B. That's exactly what I meant. Rich Smith and Starbuck. So pretty interesting what we are having for Bitcoin. But then, guys, let me move in towards some other things, and let me move in towards the Bitcoin dominance, because like you can see here, the Bitcoin dominance is taking a massive hit right now here. So yesterday we were witnessing the Bitcoin dominance, of course, going for this push here in approximately 4 days of 8% towards the upside. But right now what you can see here is that it is finding some rejections. It is running into some resistance, and just like we told you guys already yesterday, the altcoin dominance is running into support. We were talking about this, right? So we were seeing previous resistance, previous support, and the altcoin dominance is bouncing from off this range. So yeah, we have been warning you guys about this yesterday. I saw a lot of questions coming in yesterday, and all the people were saying, not everyone, but a lot of people were saying yesterday on the stream, should I be selling off my altcoins for Bitcoin? Should I sell off my altcoins? They're not moving. I mean, guys, that is not the strategy once everyone is in fear, because there was a lot of fear in the altcoin market. There were a lot of people that were starting to panic, like, oh, are my altcoins really going to be blasting off? And they were starting to panic. But right now, what you can see, altcoin dominance is bouncing back. And of course, the altcoins are moving up ever so slightly. So always once we are moving down, you want to be buying altcoins. Always once we're moving up, you want to be selling these altcoins off, right? So that is the winning strategy. And usually, even though that the Bitcoin dominance is decreasing, there are still some altcoins that are going to be gaining very well, just like, of course, VeChain did. Because if we're looking to VeChain, we know it still performed very well, even though it was, Bitcoin still outperformed VeChain. But we know that on this rally over here, VeChain absolutely outperformed Bitcoin very hard here. And right now, even though we are trying to retest this critical level of resistance, and of course, this 4-hourly candle that we're right now trading on could be the breakout confirmation that VeChain has been waiting for. And I'm a huge fan of VeChain because I'm a huge investor in VeChain, and I've put a lot of money into VeChain because I'm very confident about where it could be heading towards in the coming months here. And of course, I've been mainly accumulating around this orange box over here, so I'm already up in approximately 30 to 40% here. And this is of course a very good trade that we took here on the channel, because yes, I told you guys out there several times on the stream while we were trading on these ranges over here, guys, don't lie here, because yes, I told you once again on these ranges over here, I was buying VeChain, and right now it moved up very quickly. Of course, some hype came around because there was some news coming out that it is maybe getting listed on Coinbase, what is going to be, of course, extremely bullish. But right now we're running in towards this downward slope resistance line, like you can see over here. And right now we are going to be breaking out. So still another 4 hours, another 3 hours and 25 minutes in this pattern right now here. We have to be seeing a 4-hourly candle close outside of this resistance line in order to break through it. If we're going to see so, I will become, of course, extremely bullish. We could be as well approach this chart a little bit differently. And if we're going to approach it like this, yeah, you can see we have not seen a breakout yet. We want to be waiting for the confirmation as well. But if we're looking to the chart, you can clearly see as well that we're maybe, oh, excuse me, this is not the right chart that I want to be having. But that we could be maybe look for a potential head and shoulders pattern, but then an inverse head and shoulders pattern. So if we're going to look at this inverse head and shoulders pattern right now for the price action of VeChain, you can see that the price target is going to be around the 15.7 cents here. So 15.7 cents is going to be an absolutely amazing target that we could be heading towards. You can see downward slope resistance line as well on the top side. This is going to be the major level to be breaking here. And I mean, even though if we're already breaking through of this downward slope resistance line, I do think it's going to be game on with VeChain, and I do think that VeChain could be absolutely crush the opposition very hard, and VeChain could be starting to rally up very quickly. So is VeChain still too late to buy? Is a real question that everyone is asking me right now. No, I don't think so. I don't think that VeChain is too late to be buying right now here. VeChain is still an absolutely good asset to be holding. VeChain is going to be performing very well, in my opinion, in the coming days, and has been already performing well in the recent days, and especially right now since the market flipped bullish, because this is major news, guys. This is major news because this is major news, and the reason why here is because of this. The reason why here is because of this. And let me quickly go in towards a different chart. And let me talk about this, because the total market capitalization of Bitcoin is once again of the crypto, not Bitcoin, but of the cryptocurrency market is once again almost at an all-time high, right? So we are right now still on approximately 10% away from the all-time high. And right now we know that there is a lot of money in Bitcoin, and we know, because if we're looking to the recent spike we got over here, the recent spike in the total market capitalization of crypto, this was a lot of altcoins, and Bitcoin was farther away from its all-time high, right? So right now, Bitcoin is closer to its all-time high, but the total market capitalization is still lower than the previous high over here. What means that there's a lot of money in Bitcoin. And what we know is that money flows out of Bitcoin to large cap, to mid caps, to low caps. So is it a good time to be buying after Bitcoin pumped necessarily so significantly hard? into altcoins? I will be saying yes. I will be saying yes, because it has been historically a very strong time to be buying altcoins, and as well long these altcoins after Bitcoin took a very significant pump. So what I will be doing right now here, to right away clarify this up with you guys out there, because I told you guys here on the channel, yes, Crypto Rover will be trading some more altcoins as soon as the market structure flips bullish. So yeah, we have been seeing bullish market structure being there, and Ahmed, thank you for supporting the nation. We'll be going into your request in a second here. But yes, the market structure have been flipping bullish, and let me take a quick sip of my water. And right now, I will be opening new trades here on altcoins. So you're maybe asking yourself right now, which altcoin are you going to look in towards right now, Rover? I think that I'm going to be longing, especially coins like Ethereum. I do think Ethereum has a lot of potential. Ethereum is going to be probably bouncing back very well here. I think coins like Cardano, Chainlink are going to be very well. If we're looking to Cardano right now, to be honest, important going to discuss here. First of all, you saw once again a retest of this downward slope resistance line, retest that support once again successfully. Since then, we moved up very significantly as well, and you can see this top side of resistance getting rejected, and right now we're breaking through. So if Cardano is going to get a breakout of this chart, and if we then, what we really want to be seeing here in order to open a trade here on Cardano, and guys, we could be doing it all together here as well on the channel. I want to be seeing a retest. If we could be getting a retest, I will be opening a massive long position here on Cardano. I will be opening once again a swing trade position on Cardano, because yes, I do think that Cardano could be easily go back towards the $3, but it's just going to take some time. It's going to be taking some time. But once again, I'm trying to go to swing trade Cardano and maybe make up another major trade here, like I'm just doing right now with Bitcoin, because yeah, my Bitcoin trade is already up at $70,000 and it's approximately 270% trade here. But for sure, on Cardano, I will be trying to do the same once again here. So yeah, guys, if you want to be joining me with the trades here, don't forget the first step that you want to be doing here is to sign up here with the highest link in the description. If you're going to sign up with the highest link in the description, you will be first of all get a very good bonus here on BYBIT, and second of all, you will be able to trade these altcoins and of course make these massive gains here, and especially in bullish market structure, it is very easy to long these altcoins. It's very easy to do so, and that is the reason that, of course, if Cardano is going to be breaking out of this pattern, I will be looking forward towards opening in this long position. So we'll be going into my technical analysis in Cardano a little bit deeper in a second, but first I will be going into the donation of Ahmed. Ahmed, you're saying any input on Shiba, been holding since the 0.00003 and took profits on 0.0035. I think you're doing a very good job with taking profits over there. But do I have really any input on Shiba? I don't know if you already know it, but I don't think Shiba is a good coin to be holding right now. I think it's a good time to take some profits on Shiba after such a really significant rally towards the upside of an approximately 388% here in just a matter of 6 days. I think it's a good time to take profits. We have been learning from the past. If you learned from the mistakes that Shiba made here in the past, is that too many big entities were holding. A few people in the market of Shiba were holding 80% of the total coins, and they were dropping off the price over here and dumping on the retailers. So right now they're creating once again a FOMO pump. People are buying in towards the top. I think you should be starting to sell the top. Look at how overextended it is. Yes, it could be going for a very pullback, move up and pull back, and maybe go down afterwards. Again, but for me, I'm staying away from these S coins. I don't like to buy it. And literally, while we were trading on this range over here, I told everyone, yes, you could be buying it and you could be making maybe a 1 or 2x from here on. But if you're going to hold it too long, that was always what I said. If you're going to hold it too long, you're going to get wrecked. So what I think, of course, no financial advice whatsoever. Always do your own research. Don't hold this coin too long. Take some profits while you still can. It's not going to go to $1. People that are going to say that's going to go to $1 are crazy. You have to do some math maybe. You have to maybe take a new class math, because that's not true and it's not going to be happening. And I do think it's right now not a bad time to take profits, Ahmed. So I think you did a very solid job here. So let me then right away move into the Cardano price action, because yes, I want to be going over some Cardano predictions, and at the same time looking at Bitcoin for a moment here, because Bitcoin retraced once again towards our support line. And yes, Bitcoin is going to be the main asset that we're going to look at right now here, and to determine where the market is heading towards, because Bitcoin going to move up, the whole industry is going to be moving up as well here. And guys, at the same time, I see we're watching with 900 of you guys out there, and we're only 8 likes away before smashing it up to 300 likes. So don't forget to smash up the like button right now here. It's only going to take a few seconds of your time to smash up that like button, and you will be literally mean the world to me here. So don't forget to do so. It will be truly appreciated if you're going to smash up that like button right now here. So with that out of the way, let me go in towards the Cardano price section. So for sure, guys, for everyone who's right now watching, we'll be keeping my eyes on Bitcoin, because this is going to be the move that's going to be really determining on where Bitcoin is heading towards next year. Is it going to go for a minor pull down, or is it going to go for a minor push back up here? It's going to be the real question, of course, that we're asking ourselves right now here. So it's going to be quite exciting. But Cardano, what are we seeing, of course? If we're going to be breaking out of the symmetrical triangle, I will be getting pretty excited here on Cardano, guys, because if Cardano is going to be able to break out of the symmetrical triangle, we could be in for a price target around to $2.71 here. And of course, this is going to be an approximately 21% trade. So what I was just talking about here is that if I'm going to trade, I'm going to right now trade into altcoins, because altcoins are right now the time to be accumulating, because we know Bitcoin pumps, after that the large caps, after that the mid caps, after that the low caps. So please use this metrics. Maybe it seems a little bit outdated, because this of course is a metrics that is already getting used for already 7 years, but I can tell you from my experience that every single time it has been working, and it has been a very profitable strategy to do so. So after a Bitcoin pump, you want to be looking in towards altcoins. So as well, for traders out there, if you want to be making significant gains there, right now it is the time to look at altcoins rather than, of course, I don't think it's bad to look at Bitcoin right now here. Don't get me wrong, I'm still looking at Bitcoin as my main asset, because Bitcoin will be always determining the markets. But for sure, keep your eyes out on these altcoins right now here, because they can be really make you as well this massive gains in the market right here. So yeah, Cardano, if it is going to be breaking out, we're going to see an approximately 20% move getting generated. This 20% move is going to be a very nice measured move that we could be creating here. In points of the breakout, of course, we saw in 7.5% rise here in the past 8 hours while Bitcoin was just going down. So you can see Cardano is outperforming Bitcoin once again here, and of course I truly love to see this, and I truly think we could be seeing, of course, an even bigger pump here, because yes, excuse me, just like my price target is right now telling you, we are going to see an approximately measured move of 21% towards the upside. So yeah, that's the reason why I will be trying to long this chart as well here, and I will be trying to open a long position here on Cardano. And of course, as soon as I open a position on Cardano, I want to be always open the best possible position that there is, of course. And if you're all looking to the best possible position, and a lot of Litecoin requests, guys, we'll be looking into Litecoin afterwards here of Cardano. So thank you for dropping the request here. I see a lot of questions about Litecoin coming in, so we'll be looking towards that in a second. But if Cardano is going to go for a pullback here towards this previous resistance line, that's going to be flipping into support, it's for me worth the R2R to open a leverage long position. So I will be opening along with, let's say, a 10x leverage, or 10x leverage, and it will be, of course, set up several orders to, of course, not get wrecked here, and it will be never go all in with one trade here. Always use a stop loss as well here, and I will be using, of course, several limit orders to push down my average entry price if we're going to fall further towards the downside. But besides that, Cardano, yeah, definitely very excited about where it could be heading towards from here on. If we're going to be seeing a measured move towards the all-time high, it's going to be already a 34% push towards the upside. If I'm looking to Cardano compared to Ethereum, this is, of course, looking a little bit more weaker, to be honest. Cardano compared to Ethereum looking to lose a little bit of its valuation. But if we're just going to take no look at the box here, but just purely look at these trend lines, you can see downward sloping resist line getting formed here, and downward sloping support line, resist line on top side getting formed. So it looks to be that we're forming some kind of an, like you can see, a falling wedge scenario, or maybe some kind of a parallel channel scenario. So we could be for sure look right now at the parallel channel scenario. I will be rather approach like a falling wedge, because I do think it's a little bit more falling than that it is parallel right now, because it's not exactly parallel. So yeah, but yeah, what you can clearly see right now on this chart basically is a lower side of here, resistance, support, support, support. So what is likely to see, of course, happening after every single time we touch these lower sides here, we tend to see, of course, a touch on the top side. So let's see how this will be reacting here, and let's see if we could be seeing another touch here on the top side here on the Cardano compared to Ethereum pair, because I do think this is going to be an important chart to look at. So will Cardano outperform Ethereum once again here? It looks to be that it could be doing so in the coming days from here on. So as well, Corey Williams, thank you for support of the nation once again here. And you're right now saying, You're right now saying, let's pump up the likes, just like Phantom pumped up today. So we'll be taking a look into Phantom in a second here as well. We'll be looking into Litecoin first, then Phantom. Thank you once again for your support of the nation, Corey Williams. And guys, just like the message that Corey Williams is writing and sending out to you guys out there, don't forget to smash up the like button as well. I see that we're currently as well only 3 subscribers away before smashing it up towards the 62.7k. So it will be truly amazing if you're new there on the channel to also smash up the subscribe button and ring the bell notification so you're not going to miss out on these time related updates that we're bringing out on the channel. And if you're going to do so, you're absolutely going to crush the market as well here. So let's look at Cardano compared to Bitcoin. What you can see right now on this chart here is that we were looking to this ascending bouldering wedge here, and you can see ascending bouldering wedge once again providing support on the lower side of the support line, right? So I was monitoring this one while we were getting the rejection on the top side, and with everyone, if we're going to get a rejection on the top side and not be able to break out of it, we're going to retrace towards the support line. And of course, it took quite a while. We retraced towards the support line, and right now it's bouncing back against Bitcoin. So let's see if we could be seeing a bounce back towards the top side, and maybe see, of course, this potential breakthrough of the top side in order to continue the trend towards the upside for Cardano compared to Bitcoin. So this is going to be an important chart to right now see a bounce from off, but it looks to be that so far on the daily time frame, we have been seeing a very strong bounce here. So then let me move in towards a Litecoin. So Litecoin, what do we really think about Litecoin? I think Litecoin is an asset that's lacking. I think Litecoin is a real lacking asset. It has been performing very well. If you bought the dip here, yeah, you can see 33% pump. But still, if you bought the top here, if you bought this top range over here, you're still down another 51% here. So what we could be saying, because it's still so far down from its all-time high, well, Bitcoin is just only a few percentage away from it. Ethereum, well, Ethereum 20 approximately. But I mean, what we can clearly say about Litecoin right now is that it is lacking. It's lacking, and it is not performing so strong as the other altcoins. If we're going to look at the resistance line, of course, I want to be seeing 3 touch points basically getting generated, but we can clearly say 1, 2, 3 touch points. This is going to be the important resist line that we have to be breaking here. So Litecoin is closing up. It's creeping up right now towards this resistance line. This resistance line is going to be a major zone that Litecoin basically has to be breaking in order to continue the trend up here. So as well, you can see it's creating as well a new support line here towards the upside. So yeah, you can see it's going to be important to break up above this level. If we're going to get a rejection, I personally see a pullback towards these lower ranges around to $150. And yeah, it's going to be important to break these levels. If we're going to look at some horizontal levels, we know that if we're going to put up some horizontals here on Litecoin, you can see over here, we are right now running as well, not only in towards a resistance zone in terms of a resistance line here, but as well, we're running in towards a resistance box here, because you can see previous resistance, previous support, previous resistance over here as well. And this is right now going to be providing us massive resistance on the exact time of recording. So yeah, Litecoin is looking pretty interesting right now here. It's running into towards some very serious levels of resistance that I want to be seeing getting broken. And of course, if we're going to be able to break these levels, it's going to be potentially run up even further from here on. But then, if I'm going to look into the 4-hourly candles to maybe see what is going on right now in the imminent short term, and let me get to a clear chart to of course give you guys a better view of the market right now. Here you can clearly see, first of all, we are forming an upper slope support line. So this upper slope support line, oh, let me draw it correctly. This upper slope support line got 1, 2, 3 touch points. So we are seeing the valid amount of touch points getting generated from a support line that you want to be seeing here. And we could be as well approach maybe this top side as well, like a parallel channel. So let me remove the drawing and let me get a parallel channel in front of the screen here. And you can see maybe we could be approaching it like a parallel channel. Of course, I definitely still will be saying we're lacking the significance in terms of the touch points. But for sure, potential resistance could be the top side here on the channel. And then we could be moving up in a very nice trend here. Besides that, the 4-hourly candle is not really is not right now giving us a very clear signal where it is heading towards. Yes, we could be maybe potentially look here at the imminent short term on the 1-hourly candles and see that the market is creating some kind of a rising wedge scenario. Of course, a rising wedge is going to be a typical bearish bias pattern, but this is for sure a pattern that we are right now seeing here. What is going to be bullish for Litecoin right now in the imminent short term is going to be breaking this top side of resistance. So resistance, and if we're going to be breaking through this level and retest that support, we are good. But if we're going to be seeing a pullback and of course break below this upper slope support line, this is going to be quite bearish, because yeah, we are clearly seeing a rising wedge getting formed here. And if you don't know already, rising wedges are typical bearish bias patterns. So make sure that you are going to keep your attention towards that one as well. Yeah, besides that, the RSI is still forming a minor bearish divergence, but not all too bad. But for me, if I'm really going to look at Litecoin, it's going to be more important to zoom out towards the daily time frame and just look at this resistance box that we're already trading against, because we have to be really breaking this box in order to continue the trend towards the upside. Then I may as well move in towards the next coin here. Solana, real quickly looking at, it's still taking a bigger hit than I was expecting here. So you can see basically, let me remove this wrong and draw a new one and make it green here real quickly. So basically Solana is still trading on this box over here. You can see it's pretty textbook what we're having right now. So resistance, support, resistance, and support once again. So important level to trade above. If we're going to fail to hold on towards levels, it's going to be extremely bearish for Solana. What we could be maybe looking at right now for Solana here on the daily time frame is a big consolidation pattern. Solana could be maybe create this big consolidation pattern of this symmetrical triangle. So make sure that you could be make sure that you're going to keep your eyes out wide open right now for Solana, what it could be potentially do here, because it looks to be that we could be creating a massive continuation pattern here, and it could be so that Solana is right now creating a massive consolidation in this pattern before then of course choosing its direction. So maybe we want to be seeing some more pullbacks towards the downside to add some more significance. And of course, the top side is going to be providing a resistance, and maybe Solana could be creating a massive move anytime soon here. So still, I will say be careful with Solana, but it looks to be right now that we're making ourselves ready for a major move here anytime soon here. So pretty important information. Besides that, if we're looking to the dollar index, not a lot of happening over there today, to be honest. Still trading pretty high here. So of course, if we're going to go for a correction on dollar index, we'll be helping Bitcoin out very massively as well. Another reason why I do think the run up that we're currently getting, guys, quickly to give you guys some news here and quickly give you guys a heads up on why Bitcoin is right now most likely moving up here. Because currently it looks to be that Wills are front running the approval of the Bitcoin futures ETF, because Bloomberg Senior is saying right now that there's a 75% chance that the SEC will be approving a Bitcoin futures ETF this month here, and that is going to be extremely good here. It's I mean, futures not necessarily you want to be seeing in for spot, of course, but futures will be as well. It adds more awareness to the market, it adds more money towards the market, and it could give us this opportunity that we're going to see these bigger short squeezes and long squeezes. Of course, long squeezes are not necessarily good, but it will be helping us for sure. It will be helping us for sure to create more volatility and create more adoption towards the market. And there as well saw the tweet here about that one whale approximately bought $1.6 billion in Bitcoin, and it was not there was not a big buying order, guys. The funny part about it, there was not a big buying order set up here to, of course, squeeze out these shorts, because like you can see on the chart, there were not a lot of shorts getting squeezed out of the market. So, of course, still, it is quite a lot of shorts that are going out of the market, but still, it was not a buy order from this whale to shake out shorts. No, it was a buy order from this whale because he wants to own Bitcoin. And of course, it was a $1.6 billion buy. So, who is buying? Guys, who is buying? And it is pretty exciting in my opinion. It's pretty exciting. I'm looking forward towards this as well here. Like you can see here, right now in the past 24 hours, we did not saw a lot of liquidations here on the market. We did saw right now today the open interest grow once again with another $0.1 billion. So you can see in the past days, the open interest has been growing very quickly. This basically means there's more confidence back in the market. There's more money going into open interest. It means more derivatives exchanges, and of course, there could be more volatility, more short-term volatility, because the higher the open interest, the more significant pullbacks we could be potentially get. Just like you saw over here, if the open interest is sitting high, Bitcoin could be getting these major shakeouts, just like it did here in 2021 here. It is going to be having in more and more pullbacks here as well in 2021. In the end, of course, in Q4, I can tell you already. So, like I told you before, once again, right now I can prove my point once again here. Guys, always once the funding rates are negative, long the market. It's the best time to long the market once the funding rates are negative. And of course, I told you guys several times, once I was opening my position, once my trade was still at $500 profit, or basically before I opened, I was even for a time I was in a loss, like you can see over here, because it was not always in profit, my trade. But yeah, I told you guys, the funding rates are negative, so I will be longing. That is exactly what I said. And of course, if you're already been here on the channel for quite a while here, you know that we said this to you guys out there. Always, if we're looking to the rallies that we're creating here, every single market short-term peak, the shakeout becomes, such a shakeout comes because of the open interest is too high. And as soon as you are getting these shakeouts, the funding rates are usually dipping negative, and that's giving you a good indication to buy and leverage along the market. So yeah, we did saw the funding rates being negative, and right now it's positive once again. So it's not extremely positive, so not a lot of people are in profit yet here. That is pretty good because not a lot of people have been longing this leg towards the upside, of course, and that is for me very positive because right now I only have to pay 23 US dollars to be in a position more than 25,000 US dollars. So very good. But as soon as the market, as soon as everyone is going to long it and no one is going to short the market anymore, the funding rates will become higher. And if everyone is going to long and the funding rates will be shooting up, guys, I will be kind of starting to get bearish. So this is exactly going to be my strategy. Like you can see over here, funding rates were, of course, extremely high. It was sitting at 0.02, and that's already pretty high. Of course, over here it was massively high. But right now we're sitting at 0.01. So if the funding rates, once again, are going to double down here, so basically means they're going to become only longers in the market and no shorters anymore, I will be get careful. I will be get careful because I will be preparing myself then for such a massive shakeout once again, because Bitcoin will be creating these massive shakeouts, and of course, if you're subscribed to this channel, you will be not getting wrecked by these massive shakeouts, because yes, we will be trying to keep you guys up to date about every single market development that we're going to get here, and I'm looking forward towards it, because yeah, right now it's not the time, and right now I'm not expecting a major market shakeout, and once I'm talking about a market shakeout, I'm talking about a long squeeze. And the reason why I don't expect to see a long squeeze right now in the coming 2 or 3 days from here on, at least maybe in 2 or 3 days, things can quickly change, right? So at least I don't expect it right now. In 2 days, my thoughts could be completely different because I see different information. So this information shifts the whole day, every single day it changes. And as soon as I see, okay, the market, everyone, there are too many longers in the market, there are too less people going short, so the longers have to be paying high funding rates, we are going to get a long squeeze. So as soon as I see these things here, and as soon as I see the perfect ingredients for a long squeeze getting formed in the market in terms of on-chain data and off-chain data, of course, because I base my opinion of these long squeezes that we're going to get here of on-chain data, because that is important to know here. And of course, if you're new to the market and if you don't want to be getting wrecked by these major moves like we get over here, these major shakeouts, if you don't want to be getting wrecked by these, you are right on the right channel, because we will be helping you guys and we will be navigating you guys here on this market. And as well with this one over here, I exactly called this one over here as well. I did not necessarily call the top, but I was calling for a massive long squeeze for the past 4 days before we were getting it. So in the end of the day, I did make good profits because I was selling my Ethereum for 4,000 US dollars by that point. So make sure to be subscribed to the channel, make sure to stick in towards the stream here, and of course, as soon as we're seeing this major warning shot, I think a lot of people will be of course saying, oh Rover, don't be such a stupid bear or whatsoever, but I will be so. I am just always going to be me, because I know that I want to be always honest with you guys out there, and I don't want to be lying against you. I don't want to be saying the market is bullish if it's bearish. Because that's what a lot of people do here, because some people only say the market is bullish. I'm never always bullish here, but right now on this page, this zone where I was extremely bullish, it was the time to be bullish. This was the time to be bullish, right? So definitely right now still not extremely bearish, but it will become a turning point that Bitcoin could be maybe see a potential pullback, and on that pullback, as we're going to close in towards it, it's most likely going to be a long squeeze, because if I learn from myself here, and of course I always learn from myself, right? So what I know that every single shakeout we got over here was always a long squeeze. We always got a long squeeze because too many people were in long profits. So if we're going to get these shakeouts, you can clearly see it, because the shakeouts tend to happen because of too many people in profit in terms of their positions, in their trading positions. And if we're seeing that, it always means the funding rates are high, open interest is high. And if we're seeing these things, we will be warning you guys on the channel. So I will be giving you a warning shot as soon as it needs, but right now it is no reason to be panicking. So Cardano trade, yeah, we'll be for sure trade Cardano if we're going to get this if we're going to get this retest, of course. So DOT is pumping, Cardano is pumping. Let's move in towards some more altcoins here. So DOT is indeed pumping, guys. So let me see what the chat is saying real quickly as well. What I am Starbuck is saying: Rover's not a bear, he is a good dog. I mean, yeah, I mean I'm not a bear. I am a very big long-term bull here. What price should you go long once again? I mean, what are you talking about, Bitcoin or whatsoever? I mean, look, first of all, I want to be going rather long in Cardano right now here, in my opinion. I'm looking for Cardano long anytime soon. But I know Cardano's pumping. We'll be moving into Cardano in a second. But I mean, it's not only Cardano that's pumping right now. So let me look at the Bitcoin dominance for a second. Bitcoin dominance on the 1 hourly candles. It's moving even further down, guys. So like you can see over here. But look at Polkadot here, like guys. Look at Polkadot. This green box over here, the lower side has been always my accumulation zone. Always said it several times. Green box is accumulation zone. So what are we having right now? We talked about it yesterday. We were trading in the spiral channel towards the downside. We broke the top side. Retested this previous level of resistance. We moved up. Is this textbook? Yes, this is once again textbook. Can you be approaching it like a bull flag? Not my most favorite bull flag, but if you're going to be approaching it like a bull flag, price target is 36,000. Sorry, 36 US dollars, not 1,000. What you can currently see here is that it's very good market structure. Lower high, lower high, lower high. And right now we're forming a higher high. So once again, just like we saw with Bitcoin a moment ago, we are confirming the uptrend once again here. As soon as we're going to close this 4 hourly candle, of course, above this level. So Polkadot looking good here. Have been warning you guys about it, that I was accumulating a lot of Polkadot. And I can't wait to see where it is heading towards in the coming hours, coming days from here on, because Polkadot is looking particularly strong here. But look at Cardano, guys. Want to be going over Cardano for a second. Cardano is even moving up further. This is, of course, absolutely lovely to see here. Cardano pushing up once again here. $2.35 here. Once yesterday, everyone was saying, because yesterday in the stream, everyone called Cardano dead. That is what I was reading. I was reading the chat, and a lot of people were saying Cardano is dead, Cardano is over. No. Once everyone says that in the chat, I'm buying. Because it basically doesn't necessarily mean what you guys do. I do the opposite. That's not true. But basically what it means here, if Cardano is doing nothing, I will be buying. If Cardano is looking bearish, so not looking bearish, but looking like it's doing nothing anymore and it's going to be going to zero, I will be buying, because that's the time that people are starting to get afraid, right? So as well, Jason Clark will be going into your request in a second. Oh wait, I still forgot. I have to go into Ventum for Corey Williams. So Corey Williams will be going to Ventum afterwards. Excuse me so much for that one. Cardano, yeah, it's looking to be moving up here, like you guys already know here on the channel. Price target is going to be the $2.72 here. And for me, I will be for sure opening a long position on Cardano. As soon as we're going to see a minor pullback, I will be trying to open in the long position, because yes, I want to be for sure trading this. And you can see on the point of the breakout, since then we already moved up in approximately 5%. So yeah, gains are here, opportunities are here. Altcoins are the coins that you should be trading right now here. So if you want to be trading them, don't forget to sign up here with the highest link in the description here. If you're going to sign up with the highest link in the description, you will be for sure be able to of course trade this altcoin, trade Bitcoin, and of course make massive gains with it. So let me move into Ventum, and afterwards, Jason Clark, I will be moving into your request here. But Ventum is pushing up once again, guys. Ventum is pushing up. This is absolutely lovely to see, of course. Ventum was really a good buy on the retest of the all-time high, like we have been going over, of course. Still going to say, it is a pretty risky buy right now, I will be saying. If you want to be buying Ventum right here, I think it's a risky buy. Over here, it was a good buy, because over here, it was retesting its previous all-time high, so previous resistance, getting retested as support. Textbook analysis, horizontal level of an all-time high, getting retested as support. Afterwards, we are moving up. So, yeah, textbook analysis once again here was a very solid buy in my opinion. But what you can see right here on Ventum is that we're still creating right now a higher high on the daily time frame, but on the RSI we're creating a massive lower high. So the daily time frame is going to create a massive bearish divergence on the Ventum price section. For me, of course, a big signal to get a little bit more cautious, to get a little bit more careful, of course, with Ventum right now on the exact time of recording. So over here, we were still in a healthy trend, and right now we're looking into a bearish trend. And like it looks to be that we're losing its momentum right now on the daily time frame. So yeah, could be for sure still move up further on. But still, I'm getting I should be start to get a little bit more fearful right now on the price section of Ventum over here. But then let me, of course, we'll quickly look at Alco here for Jason Clark. Let me see. Algorand, what are we having here? $1.86 here. As well, perfect market structure. Textbook market structure, basically. You can see over here, resistance got found on the top side. So multiple times we found resistance. After that, we found some support once we were retesting it. So pretty interesting what we're having over here. So rejection, breakthrough, support. So pretty interesting what we got over there. But what we are right now seeing here, if we're really looking to the algorithm chart here, is for you, Jason Clark, is an upward sloping support line from the lower side, and as well is a downward sloping resist line from the top side. So what it looks to be here is that the price action of Algorand here is right now running in towards some critical resistance zones here. So yeah, we are running in towards an apex. We are running in towards a price decision zone here. So for you, Algorand here, I should be waiting for a breakout either towards the upside or downside. But I can tell you already, Bitcoin has currently formed bullish market structure, and because Bitcoin formed bullish market structure, the chances are relatively high that Algorand is as well going to continue its trend towards the upside. Because if Bitcoin is a bullish market structure, the chances are relatively high that Algorand is going to continue the trend as well with Bitcoin. So yeah, it looks relatively good here. It looks relatively strong in my opinion, and looks to be that we could be maybe potentially break through this top side here. And of course, if you're going to really look for a measured move of this breakout point of Algorand, you could be making some good gains here. And this once again a reason to sign up with BYBIT, because yeah, you could be as well trade Algorand here on the on BYBIT here. You can see Alco over here, Alco USDT. These are definitely massive trading opportunities that you could be taking. So don't forget to sign up here with the highest link description as well. If you want to be spot buying it, because you don't necessarily have to be trading it with derivatives, but you can be as well spot buy it here on BYBIT. So don't forget, because BYBIT is as well a spot exchange, guys. So if you want to be accumulating some Algorand or whatsoever, or if you want to be accumulating different projects, don't forget to sign up here with the highest link in the description. It's definitely worth to do so, because yeah, you could be making some very good gains with these coins here, and especially Algorand right now. If it's going to see a breakout here, we could be seeing a 61% move here. And yeah, right now, just like I told you, if you're going to be, let's say, open a minor long on this, yeah, there could be, of course, massive gains on the table, and I'm looking forward towards it. I'm looking forward towards what we could be seeing happening. With, of course, the price action of Algorand here. And I personally think the chances are going to be relatively high that we could be making, of course, some life-changing wealth as well with the price action of Algorand, especially if you're opening a minor leverage long with it. It's right now retesting its all-time high, retesting all-time high, things coming together, right? So retesting all-time high, continuation pattern of a symmetrical triangle, what tends to break out towards the upside as soon as you're forming this continuation pattern after a leg up, you know. So I do think the chances are relatively high that the Algorand price action is going to move up here. So maybe I'm even going to open a minor scalp trade here on Algorand on BYBIT here. And I will be opening, not scalp, but I will be opening multiple swing trade positions most likely right now here on different altcoins. So guys, make sure to keep your eyes out here on the channel here. I will be probably after the stream open a few swing trade positions. And if you want to be knowing which swing trade position I will be opening on which coins, because I will be doing it on some altcoins, I will be notify you guys here on my Twitter page. And my Twitter page is here, of course, at RoverCRC. Don't forget to follow me here over on Twitter. Of course, it's also the second highest link here in the description if you don't want to be searching it up here. Make sure to hit the follow button. It's definitely worth to do so. We're only 11 followers as well away from the 15.2k here. But if you're going to hit the follow button over there, yeah, you will be staying up to date about these potential swing trade that I will be opening here about the next coin here. Because yes, I'm looking forward towards maybe as well open this minor swing trade position here on Algorand here. And at the same time, Bitcoin is moving down ever so slightly, guys. So it looks to be Bitcoin retesting lower side of support here. And people are saying, why is Bitcoin going down? Reason because the money is flowing into altcoins. That's the exact reason that we currently have here, because the Bitcoin nominal is moving down here, Bitcoin going down. It basically means there is money from Bitcoin shifting back into altcoins. That is basically what we're seeing right now here. And why is Bitcoin moving down? It's also pretty overextended. We told you that there is a big chance that we are going to go for a potential pullback for Bitcoin before then going up once again here. So don't be scared if Bitcoin is going to create such kind of a structure back towards the red box before once again going for a leg up here. And especially for the swing trade position on altcoins, I will be waiting maybe ever so slightly for Bitcoin to cool off here. And as soon as Bitcoin cooled off here towards the downside, Bitcoin retraces back towards the red box or so, I will be looking to open this these positions on altcoins. So yeah, make sure to follow me on Twitter to just stay up to date as well. Don't forget to follow me here or just in general on the on YouTube here, because if you're as well following me on YouTube, you're as well going to stay up to date about these things here. But yeah, then we are going to discuss it in the live streams here. So let's see if Bitcoin could be holding up this 30-minute support line. If we're going to be holding up this 30-minute support line, going to be extremely well for Bitcoin. It's going to be bullish. Yeah, because this could be helping Bitcoin still to potentially create this leg towards the upside from here on. So it's going to be pretty important what Bitcoin is going to do right now on the coming 18 minutes right here on this 30-minute candle. If we're going to close below it, I will be aiming for lower targets. And of course, to quickly give you guys a heads up about where we could be potentially heading towards. If Bitcoin is going to fail to hold on towards the support line, we're going to see a 2.4% correction towards the downside, and we could be seeing a potential pullback towards the $53,000, a measured move of $1,300 towards the downside. So make sure that you're going to keep your attention towards that one. There could be for sure a potential move towards the downside that we could be generating from here on. So don't lose your attention right now on Bitcoin. It will be not bad if we're going to see so, and if we're really going to see a pullback towards the downside, I would love to see, of course, a retest of this red box over here, because if we're looking at this red box on the daily time frame, we know this red box is basically the retest of the high over here. So would love to see the retest of this high coming in, because yeah, if I'll be making this box green, by the way, here, because we already flipped it, we already broke through of it as a resistance, and we could be retesting it as support right now. But if we're going to see a pullback towards this level, I'm looking forward towards it, because we could be seeing, of course, a very strong buying order. And for you guys out there that still want to be leverage longing Bitcoin, it's going to be a very strong accumulation zone, in my opinion. So definitely worth to do so. Pullback at which level? 52k would be a good entry. I mean, 52k towards the 53k is going to be, I mean, this box is basically trading on the 52.4k towards the 8k, so I do think the 52.8k range, 52.4k range is going to be a very strong range where you could be potentially open strong longs at. So yeah, would love to see this. But yeah, just like we did yesterday, a lot of people want to be seeing the market go even lower so they can be opening bigger positions, right? So maybe the wheels won't allow you to of course get this this position filled here. So let's see how this will be going here. Maybe they're going to fake you out ever so slightly. It's going to be important to know here. And yeah, we will be keeping our eyes out on that one for sure. So let me quickly as well look at Ethereum, what it is doing right now in the immediate short term. Because I don't even think we already discussed Ethereum. I mean, it's pretty crazy. So yeah, what Ethereum basically did here is that we were forming a bull flag. We formed this leg up here, and we formed a bull flag, and we broke out of the bull flag. What's the price target of the bull flag? Bull flag target is going to be $3,770. So what am I right now preparing for Ethereum? I prepare that Ethereum is going to create liftoff anytime soon here, and Ethereum is going to be moving up very quickly. So yeah, looking forward towards what Ethereum could be doing here in the coming hours. Ethereum could be providing a lot of strength right here. I'm looking forward towards what Ethereum could be doing here. Of course, a very beautiful candle. Very beautiful parallel channel, sorry, yeah, bull flag basically creating. But what we could be as well see here is that Ethereum is maybe potentially create some kind of a descending broadening wedge here. So if you're going to look at this pattern, yeah, you want to basically see that the price action of Ethereum is going to be breaking the top side of this resist line here. So this could be a resist line that could be in play for a little bit longer here. This could be a resist line that could be in play for yeah, a few more hours from here on. So let's see if we could be seeing, of course, this breakthrough, because this will be really allowing Ethereum to go more exponential. So pretty interesting to know here, pretty interesting to see. As well, what we could be maybe aiming for is no, not from there on, but from here on, maybe a potential resist line from, let me draw it correctly, from here on towards the top side. So maybe we could be looking for some potential resistance over there, but for me on main scenario could be for sure approach this resist line on the top side over there. So yeah, Ethereum looks pretty solid. What it could be doing right now here, to be honest, you can be as well look at from here on. You can see upper slope support again generated, top side of resistance. We could be maybe even create some kind of an rising wedge pattern. So maybe we're going to create some kind of a rising wedge pattern here. Well, it's going to be a more bearish bias pattern. So yeah, we will be keeping you guys up to date once again here on my YouTube channel here on Ethereum or Bitcoin. I will be, of course, if I have no time to do a stream here, I will be dropping out a quick update video. But I do expect that I could be doing as well another stream as soon as we are seeing another development later today on the market. So in the meantime here, you can see Ethereum is, Bitcoin is moving back already, and it's creating a big wick on the lower side. So still, the bulls looks to be in control, and this is going to be maybe potentially just another retest of this lower side here before then potentially going to go for another leg up from here on. So it looks particularly good for Bitcoin right now here. I mean, yes, we're still in this short-term downtrend. We have been forming this lower high, lower high, lower high, but we have been as well forming higher low, higher low, higher low. But we're right now retesting the lower side. So we are right now definitely decision time, and Bitcoin is right now making up its mind on where it is heading towards. So make sure that you're going to be prepared for Bitcoin right now in the imminent short term, because yes, Bitcoin is going to be most likely create massive volatility here in the coming 3 hours and 30 minutes from here on. So make sure to be subscribed to the channel, ring the bell notification, especially on this channel, because as soon as we're going to be breaking out of this pattern, I will be notify you guys, because probably I will be not live, I will be right now wrapping up the stream here. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this amazing stream here. As soon as we're going to be breaking out of this significant pattern, and as soon as we're going to be breaking out of this symmetrical triangle, I will be doing another live stream, or I will be trying to update you guys with a very short update video. I do expect another live stream if you guys want me to do so, but guys, let me know if you enjoyed the stream. Don't forget to, of course, subscribe to the channel, and of course, smash up the like button, because we're right now only 25 likes away before reaching the 500 likes. So it will be truly amazing if we could be as well reach the 500 likes. And with that have being said, guys, thank you so much for watching once again here, and I will check you guys later today in another update video or another update stream here, most likely a stream here on the channel. Peace out. Goodbye. Oh, schon der Trecker.